What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and have I got a video for you today? That's right, we are going back over, you can say it, the Order 66 raid. This is the one that's been the most requested. It is the free-to-play split. This is no Jocasta Nu, no Mace, no Deeper Balaba, no Temple Guard, none of the new Jedi Vanguard, and we can get 2.1 million. How's that sound? Good? Smashing. So we are back at it here in the raid, Revenge of the Sith Order 66, and I've got a double bubble 2-for-1 team for you today. Now, I won't pretend like this is super easy, but I have got options that let you spread this across. Alright, so the two teams that we're going to give, I'm going to give you one team that is basically completely free to play. If you did anything in the Battle for Naboo raid, you will have this team available. It's going to be easy, and this will get you 300k. No special modding required, just go in and win, alright? I can go over this team, and after we've done this team, I will show you the 1.8 million team that still uses absolutely none of the new units. So I'm going to show you the modding on this team. They're all sort of R5 and R3 sort of areas. We do not have this Omicron on Luminara for very obvious reasons. I'm sorry, Calvin. So yeah, modding over here, we've just got a bit of health. Some speed, crit chance, tenacity, nothing important. 235 speed, 73k health, under 5k offense, alright? Next up, we've got Qui-Gon Jinn. He's running a speed set and a crit chance set over here. We've got some decent speed somewhere. 289 speed, it's nothing crazy. 5k offense, nothing amazing, okay? Next up, we've got Barriss Offee. Once again, she's just health modded, guys. Not even great sets. We've got defense primaries, which are typically terrible. 93k health over here, 236 speed. Barriss does not need health, alright? She doesn't need health. She doesn't need turn meter. She definitely needs health. She doesn't need speed because she generates turn meter when her allies get hit, okay? Next up, we've got Kit Fisto over here. 204 speed. He's lightning fast. No, he's just terrible. He's just terrible. And then finally, I'm a gun die at 241 speed. Now, if you are struggling to get this team to work, obviously, mod them a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit more damage. But at this tier, it should be fine. Let's run the footage. So I'm going to do this once just to go over the mechanics. Once again, we need to hit Lord Vader 4 times, all right, before he defeats these Jedi savior people that we're trying to find here. He will exterminate them when these stacks of execute hit 0. When the enemy takes turns, it's going to reduce his stacks of execute. If they crit you, reduce his stacks of execute. We've got a number of ways of increasing that execute, okay? What we need to do is defeat 1 Nightfall Trooper or 1 Disguised Clone Trooper in order to attack Lord Vader. However, our approach is defeat them all. That's the secret. I'm always angry. Okay, so our first goal is to get rid of Fox. We're going to do this. We've got Qui-Gon Jinn over here. His second special dispels and passes offense up. That's going to be useful, so we'll go ahead and use that. We're going to focus down on getting Fox out. Just going to basic over here. We are going to take some damage. I'm just going to basic. We want to focus on trying to get that damage out on Fox. Special one over here, get that ability block. Wonderful. The enemy's going to do their thing. It might be a little bit painful. Just do basics for now. We want to focus on taking out Fox. Once we've taken out Fox, we will have a brand new special ability, which is going to be called Dire Fortitude, I think. Just a basic here. There we go, we defeated him. So you'll have this special ability, Dire Fortitude. Now, if you look, Vader has got 8 stacks of execute. When we use this, 18 stacks of execute. Wonderful, isn't it? Now, you'd think, let's go ahead and start defeating units. No. With Luminara, we've got her second special. That is going to pass us heal over times. Whenever we gain buffs, now that we've used that Dire Fortitude, if you check this out, whenever this character gains a buff, they also gain 10% critical damage stacking for the rest of battle. We want that. So I'm going to give ourselves buffs. Everybody's going to gain stacking critical damage. I'm also then going to use Barriss' special. That's going to pass us defense up, which is more critical damage yet again. Then we've got Plo over here. Now, nobody has got Retribution. Nobody can counterattack. Not Plo, sorry, Kit Fisto. What does his special do? It passes more buffs. Potency up. So that's more critical damage for our team. Wonderful. Now our goal is to try and defeat the enemy units. Now, if Apo uses a special, he will revive these clone troopers. So we are going to take out a disguised clone trooper using this first special here. Wonderful. That's just, we can target Lord Vader now, but we're not going to, okay? We're going to go after Apo now. We do want to defeat him. We do want to defeat him. I just don't like the clone troopers. They are nasty. Now, this first special over here from I'm a Gun Die passes us defense up. That's more crit damage, as you are aware. All right, let's just keep on trying to do some stuff. Ooh, he even landed an ability block over there. That's nice. So I'm going to use this second special on Qui-Gon Jinn. That's going to pass us offense up again, which is more crit damage. It's important for us to be doing all of this to make it easier in the later waves. going to use this event special ability, Subdued. That's going to weaken the enemy, essentially. I'm using it because it is most valuable in this first wave. Later waves, you do not need it. Oh, we got the double attack from Kit Fisto over there. That's awesome. All right, I'm also... I might save this for the next round. Might save this first special for the next round. But let's just go in with a basic. Not quite enough damage to one-tap just yet. Taken one out. Now we'll focus on Lord Vader. He's got 9 stacks of Execute, so we know we've got some time before we can kill this disguised clone trooper. That's just basic in for now, though. Gonna save that first special, basic, and then we'll defeat the first wave of Lord Vader. Same thing again. We want to defeat all of the enemies. Focus on the disguised clone troopers first, if you possibly can. Let's go after... one tapping over there. Let's check out the turn order now. This guy's going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the call to assist here to hopefully kill this Nightfall Trooper before he takes a turn. Nice. And then we're going to take out this disguised clone trooper. Use the buffs to gain that defense up, heal over times, all that good business. What's it going to do? Raise our crit damage. More buffs, once again, whenever you can. At this point, you should be fine, but it's always in your interest to try and, guarantee, lock in that win. Going into the last wave now, once again, what do we want to do? We want to defeat all of these guys, focus down on the disguised clone troopers if they're available. Let's just do a big hit over here. Nearly one-tap that Nightfall Trooper. Nearly had it done. Gonna go in after this disguised clone trooper. He's gone. Take out that Nightfall Trooper. Hopefully take out this Nightfall Trooper. And that's it. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Put it on full auto at this point, and you've got your 300k. Now, I know in my other videos I went through a bunch of solo teams that can get 300k. We've got Nest, we've got Tarkin, we've got Hondo. All of those are solo teams that can get 300,000 on the first tier. This is another team. Let's now go over into the big boy team. This is our big boy team. Now, the one thing I will say is this Eth Koth, he's Relic 9 because he's Relic 9. And so is Ayla. They don't necessarily need Relic 9, you only need Relic 8, but you Relic 7 for this tier. But you do need to try and guarantee that you've got enough damage output, enough stats. The more relics, the better. These are free-to-play accessible teams. You do not need Relic 9, guys. It should be possible at Relic 7, but modding is super, super important. Turn order, incredibly valuable. I will show you the modding in detail right now. So, Keller and Beck, you don't want him too fast. The reason for that is because you do actually want Shakti to go first. You want Shakti to go before Keller and Beck. So, this guy is modded for 282 speed, and it's just all the protection in the world. As much protection as you can possibly get, okay? Because that's going to feed into his unique... What is it? This one over here? I can't remember what it's called. Padawan's Lessons over here. You want the most Padawan's Lessons you possibly can have, because that is going to pass us defense, penetration, and offense per stack. So, the more protection, the more Padawan's Lessons, the more damage that we're going to be doing, okay? That's the key. So let's just go over this again. 131k protection here, 282 speed. Next up, we've got Shakti. Now, in order to calculate how fast you need your Shakti to be, you need to take your Keller and Beck speed and multiply it by 1.25, okay? So, our Keller and Beck was 282 times 1.25 is 352.5. Round that up, 353, so we've got 354. So we know that Shakti is definitely going to go first. That's very, very important, and I'll get to that when we're in the battle, okay? So, after that, we've just got whatever you can. Literally whatever you can. If you can, get more offense on it. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. We care about speed on Shakti. Next up, we've got Plo Koon over here. Plo Koon is a little different. You want him fast, yes, but the most important thing is you want a lot of tenacity on this guy. So a tenacity cross over here, vitally important. Anything else is just groovy, guys. We want speed, we want tenacity. So I've got him at 286 speed, and we've got him at 121% tenacity. The more the better, the more you have, the more reliable this run's going to be, okay? So speed, tenacity, and damage output are your key modifiers here. Next up, Eth Koth. I don't really care about Eth Koth. Get him fast. Whoever you're running here is this last slot. Make them fast, give them some damage output if you can, crit damage and offense. Just as much as you can push out, right? Finally, we've got Ayla. What matters for Ayla is that we are potent and we've got high crit chance, okay? So I'm rocking her at 291 speed. We've got 113.74% potency. This is to make sure she lands those stuns. Apart from that, we do need some crit chance, so I've got a crit chance triangle on her to try and make sure she lands the crits. Every time Ayla crits, she has a chance to stun the target enemy. She needs that potency, she needs that crit chance, and we're just going for speed, okay? Fantastic. Let's try and get a run done. All right, so I won't explain the mechanics again because we've already gone over it. What we need to do here, and this is why it's important to have Shakti first. Shakti is going to force the taunt over on Plo Koon. So first special on Plo Koon. That gives him taunt, that gives him crit hit immunity, which is really, really useful. And then what we need to do, these are the few checkpoints. You need to go first with Shakti. Next up, we need to do a mass assist and defeat Fox, okay? Okay, so we didn't defeat Fox. If that happens, retreat. Alrighty, so force the taunt on Plo Koon, and then mass assist over here on Fox. Nice, we got the defeat on Fox. Now, Ayla can call additional attacks. That's why you can sometimes defeat him. Next up, we've got, in this case, we've got Koth over here. We're going to use the special event ability, Dire Fortitude. You know why. And what needs to happen next is when Apo does his special, and you'll have to do it over here on Plo, we need him to resist the stun, okay? So we'll use the event. He did not resist the stun. Game over. Try again. There we go. We got the resist that time. After this, I like to have Ayla go, and you want to try and stun a Nightfall Trooper. That's going to decrease the damage output that they've got. So we've got the stun. Lovely. We even called Shakti to assist. Now we've got Plo Koon. I do recommend using his second special. What's that going to do? Pass us all turn meter, but also critically, pass us defense up to the whole team. All right, so let's get out the turn meter over here. Defense up, now that we have Dire Fortitude, is of course a buff, so it means it's increasing our crit damage. Let's do that. Beautiful. You just need characters to survive. After this, we just want to try and defeat Apo. Shakti's this turn. You want a basic to get offense up across the team, more buffs. And then you're going to use the special over here from Keller and Beck on Apo. Okay, should do pretty good damage. And focus down on Apo. You need to be able to defeat him. There we go. If you get to this point, you are in very good standing, okay? So we want to try and defeat one of these clone troopers. So I'm going to use the call to assist here, and I'm going to call in Ayla in the hopes that we get a stun. Wonderful. Not only did we get a stun, we also got a call to assist. So at this point, we've got loads of stacks of execute. So I'm going to use subdued over here. It's going to decrease the enemy's stats just a little bit. If you lose Koth, not a big deal. Nice, we've got an extra stun there. Alright, okay, so we want to try and take out a disguised clone trooper. We've got a foresight, so we might just dodge the attack. Wonderful. And I'm going to force the taunt over here onto Plo Koon. Ooh, this is good. This is good. We'll do a mass assist here to get some healing. Get rid of one of those Nightfall Troopers. Get rid of one of the disguised clone troopers. Get rid of the other disguised clone trooper. Yeah, just get rid of him. And then focus down on the final Nightfall Trooper. Now, if you get to this point, what you can do here, don't be so hasty to kill Nightfall Trooper. Focus on Lord Vader. Heal up your team. Drag out the battle. You can heal everybody up to make your chances of survival into the later rounds much more reliable. Alright? Use your buffs. What's your buffs going to do? Your buffs are going to increase your crit damage, right? Make it more reliable. Of course, we can use the event special ability on Lord Vader. That will take us to the next round. But we don't necessarily want to do that until we've got rid of our cooldowns, we've healed up a bit, all that good business, okay? So I like to force the taunt onto Plo lots. And we're just going to bide the time. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, guys. You don't have to. I'm doing it because it's useful to me to guarantee the later waves. When you use that first special from Keller and Beck, you can heal up the team. Just keep track of these stacks of execute, and as long as it's not anywhere close to finishing up, you can just farm Lord Vader and heal up your team. Alright? These guys are looking a lot healthier now, and don't forget, every time we're gaining buffs, we are increasing our crit damage, which means it's more and more likely that we win. Alright? So I'm going to heal up. Who should I heal up over here? We're going to heal up Plo. We're going to heal up Plo. Great. Cool. Now, also keep track of this lightsaber training special ability. You want to go into the next wave with a lot of turn meter on Keller and Beck, and that off cooldown, okay? Let's have a look. So I'm just keeping an eye. Looks like Keller and Beck is going to go here. So what we want to do is we want to use Shakti to use the event special ability to rescue this Jedi, which means we need to defeat this guy, not this turn, but with Koth next turn. So basic here. Over here, we're going to defeat him. Wonderful. And then Shakti is going to use this event special ability, and we're going to go into the next wave. It should be absolutely fine at this point. I'm just trying to maximize the capabilities of the team. Ensure that we are able to clear through. Okay, so I'm going to force the taunt once again on Plo. Very, very important to do that. Find the highest health Nightfall Trooper and just mass assist on them. Get rid of one of them. Wonderful. And let's see if we can stun the other guy. Ah, no stuns, unfortunately. Should be fine because we're not in danger of getting executed right now. Gonna pass the buffs. And let's call in Ayla and heal her up. Get rid of the Nightfall, that Disguised Clone Trooper. We could leave this guy out in the open, truth be told. Let's just do a triple tap basic over here. Wonderful. Do we stun him? Or just kill him as well, that works. I'll do the AoE here, just do a little bit of damage to the Disguised Clone Trooper. Oh, wow, 130k from Shakti. I wasn't expecting a one-tap there. Either way, it shouldn't matter at this point. We're now free to just focus on whoever we want. Defeat the Clone Troopers on the side whenever you can. Get rid of them. Same for the Nightfall Troopers, not too concerned about those. Force the Taunt over onto Plo. We've got 20 stacks yet. Good damage coming out. And we are in the home straight. Now, you don't even have to, like, at this point, you could just finish up, go into Enrage, and get the win. But, seeing as though we're here, we might as well just defeat him. And that's it, guys. That's it. So, I'm not going to pretend like this is super easy to hit the thresholds, all that sort of business. I'm trying to show you what's capable if you've got these teams at these relic levels and you've got some decent modding. 1.8 million plus the 300,000 then from the other Jedi Vanguard split, you're getting 2.1 million. Across the entire guild, that gives you a really good chance at getting some decent rewards here, especially if you combine it with all the solo teams. Do check out my videos for those. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to about do it. You can use that Jedi Vanguard split at lower tiers as well. If you're struggling with the 1.8, do it at the 1.8 or 1.2 tier. Do it at the 900k tier. The same principles apply to every threshold, okay? Just get it done, get those points in the raid, make sure you check out all my other videos, guys. I've got loads of videos on Order 66 raid showing you how to get the most points you can no matter what point your roster is at. Hopefully this video was worth a like. Leave me a comment down below and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out and may the Force be with you.